Well, Maryland Congressman Glenn Ivey is back in the U.S. today after traveling to El Salvador to check on the Salvadoran man who was living in Maryland when he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador. Ivey says he was denied access to seeing Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The 4th District Congressman joins us now. I appreciate your time, Congressman. Thank you for joining us live to talk about this trip. So, you say you had a permit before you traveled to El Salvador to visit Abrego Garcia, but you were still denied access. What reason did they give you?
Well, we had a meeting with the ambassador from El Salvador to let her know that I would be coming down to visit Kilmar, when we were going to come and why we were going to come. And we reinforced that using the U.S. ambassador to contact the El Salvadoran government. But we still were not allowed in. They didn't really give us a reason for not being allowed in. And there's no real good reason for it. They routinely let in Republican members of Congress, media outlets that they think are sympathetic. And I certainly have, as a member of Congress, we have collectively the power of the purse. We have oversight obligations and responsibilities. We're supposed to go look at things like how the American tax dollars are being spent. So it was, I thought, beyond disappointing that they wouldn't allow an international delegation from Congress to go in and visit.
Let's talk about that power of the purse that you just mentioned. So, over 250 deportees have been sent from the U.S. to El Salvador through an agreement that pays El Salvador to house them. So you say the Trump administration has not been transparent about just how much this agreement is actually costing taxpayers. This is taxpayer money.
Yeah, that's right. We don't know how much. Actually, I'm not even completely sure there's an actual written agreement between the United States and El Salvador, but my understanding is the United States, the Trump administration is paying millions of dollars to the Bukele administration, the president of El Salvador, in exchange for them jailing deportees from the United States. And the number you mentioned, the 250, there's 50 of them that are from Venezuela who were taken from the United States. They were deported by us, even though they were here legally, and they hadn't committed any kind of crimes either in El Salvador, Venezuela, or the United States. And they're currently being held in that, it was essentially a gulag kind of prison down there in El Salvador, indefinitely, even though they haven't broken any laws. So that's not the kind of thing American tax dollars should be used for.
Very quickly, before I know you have to go, do you have any reason to believe that Abrego Garcia will ever be returned, no matter how many trips people make to El Salvador?
Well, we certainly hope so. The United States Supreme Court said that the Trump administration should facilitate his return, which means bring him back. And the local judge, the district court judge, and the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, so judges at every level of the federal court system have said bring him back. It's just a question of how long the Trump administration is going to continue to try and ignore those obvious orders and drag their feet and avoid the ultimate day in court that Kilmar deserves and should get under the Constitution.
All right. Thank you so much, Congressman Glenn Ivey, for joining us. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you.